Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This class is the class number 15 in the Blender Extreme Beginner series. In the previous class, we looked at the proportional editing tool. If anyone missed that class, they can click on the link in the description to watch it. In today's class, we will explore the 3D cursor and its functions. For that, I first delete the cube present in the scene. You can see that the thing displayed at the origin of the 3D world in the scene is the 3D cursor. And the most basic use of the 3D cursor is that whatever we create is created at the location of the 3D cursor. For example, if I create an object, it will be created exactly at the location of 3D cursor. If I want to move the 3D cursor to another location, the first method is to enable the 3D cursor tool from here. Then wherever you left click in the scene, the 3D cursor will shift to that location. Now whatever object I create will be created at the location of 3D cursor. The second method to move the 3D cursor is by pressing the shift key and then right clicking anywhere in the scene. The 3D cursor will move to that location. If you want to move the 3D cursor back to the exact origin again, you can go to the object menu, then choose snap, and there are several options available. One of the options is called cursor to world origin. When you click on this option, the 3D cursor will move back to the exact origin. For those options, there is a shortcut key available. If you press Shift plus S on the keyboard, you will see all those options appear in front of you. In these options, cursor to origin world is also available. To select the option from here, you can either move the mouse cursor to the desired option and release Shift plus S, or you can press the numerical number corresponding to the required option. After that, you have the option cursor to selected. For this, I will move this cube to the side. Now if I select it and press Shift plus S, the options will open. From there, I will move the mouse cursor to selected and release Shift plus S. Then the cursor will move to the origin of the selected object. With the cursor to selected option, we can move the cursor to the position of any vertex of the object. For that, I will go into the edit mode and select the vertex where I want to place the 3D cursor. Then I will go to the options and select cursor to selection. Then you can create any geometry at that point. Additionally, using this tool, you can change the origin point or the pivot point of any object. I have explained in detail how to change the origin point in a video tutorial, and I will add the link to that class in the description so you can watch it. After that, the next option is cursor to active. If we have selected a single object, this option will work the same way as cursor to selection, moving the cursor to the origin point of the selected object. However, if we have multiple objects selected, then the cursor will move to the origin point of the active object. The next option is selection to grid. If we have an object selected but its origin is not on the grid and we want that object or its origin to be precisely on the grid, then we can use this tool to place the selected object at the nearest grid point. The next option is selection to active. If we have multiple objects selected, using this tool will move all the selected objects to the location of active object. The next option is selection to cursor, which is the opposite of cursor to selection. If we want to move the selected object to the location of the cursor, we use this option. Using this tool, we can move an object to a specific vertex of another object. The next option is selection to cursor, keep offset. In the previous option, selection to cursor, when we select multiple objects and use this option, all objects move to the cursor position. However, if we select multiple objects and then choose selection to cursor, keep offset, all objects will move together but their distance from each other will remain the same. The median point of the selected objects will move to the location of the cursor. If someone is unfamiliar with the concept of the median point, they can refer to the previous classes where I have explained it in detail. The next option is cursor to grid. When we move the cursor, it may not necessarily align with the grid point. However, if we want to move the cursor to an exact grid point, we can first move it to close to that point and then press Shift plus S to bring up the options and choose cursor to grid. This will move the cursor to that exact location to nearest grid point. So these were all the options related to the 3D cursor. Hopefully you have understood this class. If anyone has any question, they can ask in the comment section. We will meet again in the next class. Until then, goodbye and take care.